Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. We know that it's very cold, but that's not going to stop us from remembering our loved ones. So we'd really appreciate you being here today. Welcome to our first ever Walk to Remember here in South Bend. Genocide survivors, fellow Rwandans, and friends of Rwanda who joined us today. It's really a distinct pleasure to welcome you all as we embark on our Walk to Remember our dearly departed victims of the Rwandan genocide against the Tutsi. Since the first Walk to Remember was held in 2009 in Rwanda, over 30,000 participants have marched annually from Kigali to Canada during the week of mourning as a silent tribute to all the victims. And in honoring their memory, the aim of this walk is really to underscore the root causes of the genocide and to serve as a rallying cry and force for good, instilling in future generations the lessons of the genocide in order for us to root out prejudice, intolerance, and hatred, not only in our hearts, but within our communities as well. Additionally, we just wanted to also take a moment to praise God before we embark on our journey. So we wanted to ask Pastor Bayingana if he could come forward and just say a few words to bless our walk.
Dusenge. Mwami Yesu, turagushimiye muri mugoroba, tugushimiye ko tudacibwa n'intege n'ibyo turebesha amaso, ahubwo tuzi ko dukunda kandi tuzi ko ibintu byose bishobora kuba byaratubayeho mu buzima n'ibizatubaho, tuzi ko byose ubizi kandi kenshi wanabiturindiyemo aho twebwe abasigaye. Muri uyu mugoroba rero Mwami twongeye kwiragiza twabusabye kugira ngo igikorwa tugiye gukora kibe igikorwa cyo kwibuka abacu atari kubera umujinya cyangwa se urwango, ahubwo ari kugira ngo twibuke abacu mu rukundo n'ibyiza twabanye nabo n'ibyiza badukoreye. Muri uyu mugoroba rero ndasabira buri wese kugira ngo ukore ku mutima we, ubane natwe twese ibyo dukora byose Mwami, iyo twibuka ko ari wowe wicaye ku ngoma, ari wowe utuzi kandi ari wowe waturemye udufitiye imigambi myiza. Uyu mugoroba dukomeze ubane natwe ugendane na buri wese Mwami, tuguheshe icyubahiro muri ibi byose. Turasabira n'abandi bose barimo banyura muri iki gihe urwibutso kwibuka, turasabira ngo ubahe amahoro yo mu mitima yabo Mwami, ubane nabo, ugendane nabo, ubahoze, ubahe ubuntu bwawe, urukundo rwawe, ubwiza bwawe wasakaye. Turabigusabye mu izina rya Yesu Kristo, amen.
Fellow walkers, today, April 7th, 2016, on the 22nd anniversary of the Rwandan genocide against the Tutsi, we join in solidarity with Rwandans around the globe as we walk the first ever Walk to Remember in the Midwest to commence the week of mourning. It's fitting that today we are marching on a cold and frigid day, on this grim anniversary that marks the disappearance of our mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, grandparents, family, and friends. On our walk today, as we interlock hands with friends and strangers, I invite you to look around at the implausible existence of most of us here. Many of you genocide survivors. You're a living embodiment of a dark time in history, but also of resilience over evil. And though the weight and burden of our own existence may often bring us guilt when we think of so many who are no longer here with us, a mixed blessing and a curse, let us not take for granted our mere existence. I would implore you that as you walk, you take the time to listen to the words spoken here today, to reflect on why you are walking, to cry, to pray, to comfort, and most importantly, to remember those who cannot be here today. So let us just take a quick picture and then we'll commence our walk. Thank you.
Twibuka abazize Genocide, twabuze abana, ababyeyi, abavandimwe, tubura n'inshuti, bose bazira uko bavutse, baturekede enaku n'obulumi bamulekwa ne bannamwandu Katonda abawe emirembe mu bujuvu twarakanzwe n'ubwicanyi twakiriwe ikiremwa muntu
Courthouse. We wanted to recognize that for many of us, the journey to justice is not yet won, and not all flames of hatred and injustice have been extinguished. As such, we think that what we have endured, and yet in the same vein, those who deny the genocide against the Tutsi, we feel again that we must continue to fight against genocide ideology. And as such, justice and genocide ideology are interlocked and serve as an assault on truth and understanding. Thus, it's only through memory and advocacy that we'll continue to fight for justice. No one could really forget or ignore what happened, and no one could diminish our memories and the scale of the impact that it's had on us. At this time, I'd like to invite Tutsi, an artist, advocate of the Rwandan community, to come talk to us a little bit about justice, and then we'll continue our walk.
First of all, I want to thank little friends of one who are with us in this moment. But just to travel and to work on this, it's tremendous. And it shows that we are committed, but also we are determined to make sure the genocide will never happen again. But the thing is, it's still happening. So it's up to us to make sure this genocide this march, to me, it's a commemoration, and it's the beginning of the 100 days of commemoration. But at the same time, it's a tribute to our people, to those who passed, those who died, those who were killed. It's a tribute. And to me, the best way to pay tribute to them is to be successful. It never happen again. So I will ask you this. I will ask you, all of us, to make sure, by just saying this, by telling those who passed away, those who were killed, that we will seek for them, we will seek reconciliation, we will seek forgiveness, we will do our country, but we will seek justice. We can forgive, we can do anything to unite ourselves, but we always seek justice. Always. Now, justice doesn't mean to have revenge. Justice means just to make sure it doesn't happen again. And those who did it, they should again. To make sure it's going to be done. To those who are trying again to, for those who still have the spirit of genocide, this is something I want them to know. One, we have two choices. We can come, ask for forgiveness, and we might forgive. But if you don't, you can run, but you can't hide. You come up, and those young people here, those who can go through this weather, those who can work miles and miles, I don't think anything is going to stop them from seeking that justice. So come, let's be together, let's forgive each other, let's live together. But if you don't, we'll come after you, and justice will come. So, thank you so much for this moment. This is the beginning. We just started, by the way. And when I'm looking here, I'm looking at some young and determined people. It never happened. It's the first time it happened. So kudos to those who are organizing. Kudos. Actually, my heart was full of you. So let's do it, let's make it. Next year we're going to give it something better and bigger, because we're going to learn from what you just did. Okay? Thank you so much. So let's keep going.
urumuri rw'u Rwanda n'urwanjye nawe n'urumuri rutazima n'urumuri
light of life.
Thank you so much for the journey you've already begun, for your patience, and for taking the time to really reflect and remember our loved ones during this walk. Right now, in this moment of silence, in this space that we're standing in, even though we're in South Bend, Indiana, we know that many of our loved ones never got even a proper burial or anything, so their spirits are always with us, and this land that we stand upon, it doesn't matter where we are, universally as Rwandans, wherever we're gathered, we're remembering them, and really that's what's so important about this day. But in this moment, we just really wanted to take the time to first have a moment of silence, and then after that we'll do lighting the candles, we'll have a short survival testimonial, and then we'll go on to a next program that is indoors. So together really in this moment and in this space and in our minds, in our hearts and souls, we feel an extreme need for silence. The silence in which we remember. The silence in which we try to make sense of the memories, running back, of all that was lost. Silence because there are no words strong enough to deplore what we saw, what we endured. Let us take a moment of silence to remember our dearly departed.
kandi turibuka turiho turumwe turiyubaka tururumuri rutazima urumuri rw'u Rwanda rurwanye nawe
ceremony round will be followed by a procession, each person with the flowers, which you did. During the procession, we really just wanted you to pay respect to every single person that you had in your hearts, to really just reflect upon those moments if you are a survivor, and to just, in a special way, remember them and to really honor them. So at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce to all of you Kizito Kalima. Kizito Kalima is the founder and executive director of the Peace Center for Forgiveness and Reconciliation. He's a public speaker and an advocate for genocide survivor, and he used to live in our community but now lives in Indianapolis. A survivor himself, Mr. Kalima has begun a movement in his current hometown of Indianapolis to spread the message of forgiveness, which leads to genuine reconciliation and long-lasting peace. Today, we're happy to welcome him here to talk with us and to share some remarks. And before we hear from Mr. and you will all follow suit by just lighting up. There are lectures.
So, there's a little paper, just remove it, and just like a little pan. Let's go on. Alright, let's go. One. What is it? Okay. Alright, check it out. Everybody got it? Okay. Alright, we're gonna count 3. We're gonna do it at the same time. 1, 2, 3.
During the genocide, in the midst of our own despair. The secret flame of hope burnt in our hearts and minds. Today, the flame still burns really bright. It is the hope that propels us forward, the common thread that bonds us. May this flame that we light today burn eternally in the memory of our loved ones.
Thank you. Yambanje basuhuze abenshi muri mwe mu Kinyarwanda, right? Kinyarwanda, right? Want to understand Kinyarwanda? Yes. Oh, all right. So nagira mbane nshimire abajene cyangwa abasore bateguye urugendo, abashimira wese abakuru batubagije muri njyana muri Sawundo, uwo muryango mwatuzanye hano kandi twasanga. So young people, most of you probably know me as a big C. Know your name? Zito is here. Okay. So Big Z, nickname, now legal name. Anyway, so Moko Belize Ivuze, they went to genocide. I was a teenager. It's a miracle. God knows. Explanation here. I could tell you, I survived for reason. I survived for this moment. I survived because of young people like you. I survived because of many of us who lost it. When I say lost it, bafushije ababyeyi dupfusha abavandimwe, ariko nyuma yaho byabaye ingorane. Abasore benshi abo twakoranye, abo twabanye mu ntambara bafite ibibazo. Sometimes turabignoringa, tubongo na abasozi ngo barahahamutse, ariko trust me, they have issues and that they need your support. They need our support. I was one of them. And I'm glad that I overcame those obstacles and I'm able to speak loudly and proudly to you and to everybody else. 2014, I was called to speak at the United Nations. I could not believe that a kid from Nyanza, 22 years ago, but when I was seeing Ban Ki-moon, Ambassador Eugene, I started crying. I started crying because when I was laying in the swamps in Gishanga, nifuzaga kuzakura na Kofi Annan, sinzi n'umwe. Nibaza kuri yadutereranye ari mwene wacu. But I didn't know that after 20 years later, I'll be there. So it is a testament to all of you. It is a testament to all of us that when we meet like this, we mean business. Walk to remember, it should be every day. I do that every single day. I walk to the mirror. Anytime I get up in the morning, I thank God that I'm alive, and I always ask God what I can do to help people, of course helping myself. You know, most of you know story about my daughters, survivors like you, young kids who are lost, but at a young age. But I was able to help them. Now they're in college. Some of them one of them is about to graduate. So uyu munsi rero ni umunsi nishimiye kubona bampamagaye, kubona abasore mwanyibati ngo bavugishe. Byiza cyane, biranshimisha, ariko ndagira ngo basore no walk to remember ujye bawumisha. Urumva, si ngombwa ngo uzajya kwa dogita abantu nk'uko nabikoze, si ngombwa ngo uzajya kuvuga everywhere. Just help yourself. Become a better person every single day. You know, now I help. Needs a Christ behind me. And I got 2 jobs, and I took a full time, and I play sports basketball. Trust me, 24 hours, I used to sleep 4 or 5 hours. And I made it. You can make it. Bravo, so Troshaka, the next by English, the next Gerard, Troshaka was out the me. Why can you can take ISP, you can have the opportunities, especially young people. We have opportunities. Yo kuba turi muri kino gihugu cya Amerika gifite ibintu byose, ariko we have to be serious about it, and we have to be able to communicate and help each other. See, tugafashanya hagati yacu, umuzikira kakibwira undi, tugafashanya kuko icyo twenyine. I don't know if you guys ever commute with the Jewish community. When there's a Jewish cause, everybody gets up. If there's one cause, the genocide, especially when genocide muhaguruke uri mwarwana urugamba mwarwana ashyiramo akora ibishoboka byose kuko at the end of the day ni twebwe tuzabazwa, especially young generation. Somebody saved us or helped us turarokoka aduha chances. Now the boys are ours. Simple. It's going to stick 20 years from now, abo tuzabyara cyangwa nabo twabyara, they're going to look back and go, you know what, my dad actually yapfushije, my mom actually yapfushije ubusa opportunity yagize kandi yaraje muri Amerika. If you're out there warashangayikiwe kuko the enemy wakoze genocide ntugire ngo yari gicucu, ntugire ngo yari umuntu w'umuswa, he had to plan. So yari azi ko azica ababyeyi bawe cyangwa nakakumuganya, noneho later on ugasaba. So that's not give him a chance. Don't give him a chance. Don't let who had chance in the last year with you. Just every time, every day, what can I do to better myself, my community, my people, and the whole world. So mbashimire ndekeraho maybe utroya duhure ariko dukomeze twibuke abacu bitabye Imana n'abasigaye kandi duhore dusaba nkuko Gerard yavuze dusabe ubumwe ubwiyunge and of course justice. Ariko the most important thing ni umutima wacu, have to forgive and reconcile kuko n'uburi ufite amahoro n'uburi ruhande uzafite amahoro. Thank you.
Thank you so much, so for your call to action. Actually, now kongeraho ndimo ko mwese mugiye mutima. So I just wanted to call Toepp, who is representative for the youth, Gaze atubwire ijambo, and then tukomeza.
Thank you very much. Hello everyone. There is no doubt that we still have, some of us still have vivid images. We still have that story of the genocide. We still remember our loved ones. So I'd like to really say, be strong. Buri gihe tugezemo gikomeye, abantu tukifite ari amashusho yo bigize cyane mu kwezi kwa kane aho twibuka abacu basize itsembabwoko ryakorewe abatutsi mu Rwanda. Rero I'm going to take this minute to say thank you, to express my gratitude to the young people, especially the organizing team who have been working tirelessly day and night. Every Tuesdays we have been doing meetings to make sure that this event is going to be a success. And you guys, that you are the witness. Ndibwira ko mwagize kandi mbonye ko ibintu agari umubare mutoya ubona tugeze hangana ubwa mbere bibaye. So I really appreciate the effort of every single person who came here. Ngo nshimire n'abantu bavuye hirya no hino from Grand Rapids baje mu by'ukuri hari baje mu tugifata. I have one message for the youth. Ubungubu ni ntangiriro. This is the beginning. Ibe no kwibuka gusa ahubwo bibe kugira ibyo kitamaze kuvuga cause zihari turubyiruko dufite examples, dufite some people like old folks here batubanjirije banye bakora ibikorwa bikomeye. This is a sign yo kugira ngo bitangire tugiye dushyira hamwe dukoranire hamwe kugira ngo twizamure kandi twubake umuryango wacu muri rusange. So I cannot end this without thanking a few folks who have been helping, and ngo nshimire Immaculée yadufashije kugira ngo twoke tukigejeje ahangaha. Twakoze inama buri gihe yagiye adugostinga. Unfortunately she is not here, ariko yagiye mu bindi nabyo bifitiye akamaro mu muryango nyarwanda. Turashimira rero abantu bagiye badufasha by'umwihariko Mr. Gerard Sefuku. He gave us funds ku bintu bya sonorisation mwagiye mubona, yaradufashije cyane cyane tumushimire. Sinasuzero nanashimye mu by'ukuri the Midwest leadership who trusted us bakaduha iyi project. Uvuga ngo baravuze ko ikintu ari ikintu cyoroshye, baratwizeye. Turanye ngo tubashimire mu izina rero rya organizing team committee yarahanga cyane. Dushimire Mr. Nyumaru na executive committee muri rusange batwizeye bakaduha iyi project. muri make rero ndabashimiye reka twese duhurize hamwe young people, let's go there, use social media, let's go to the Facebook, tweet. Umuntu uzazana ingengabitekerezo ya genocide, don't be quiet, don't keep quiet, just go shoot him a text, shoot him a tweet, mubwire niba avuga ibintu wumva bidahuye, tell him urebe ko amubwira kuko hari abantu benshi, especially young people on YouTube who are spreading words zirimo zisenya umuryango nyarwanda. Mu gihe hari nimube quiet, tugende mwe mubabwira navuga ikintu kumva atari cyo no gutinya rwose. So let's come together, let's work together as a team, tuzakora n'ibindi bikomeye, mostly to live in never again even our song for now on, kandi bikomeze dukorera murakoze.
Genocide yakorewe Abatutsi, turushaho gufatanya mu guhangana n'ihungabana. Umurage washitse ku icumu, turi kumwe mwana w'u Rwanda, uhumura muri wenyine. Genocide yakorewe Abatutsi mu Rwanda yasize ibikomere ku mitima ya benshi, bakeneye kuruhuka intimbi baguye. Twibuke twese tubakomeza umutima. Mu Banyarwanda twibuke Genocide, abacitse ku icumu ishavu ryibaherana.